Hey, my name's Logan Evans. I have spent my summer working at a place in North Georgia called Cleveland. It's about an hour and a half north of Atlanta, up in the North Georgia mountains. I've worked at a place called Woodlands Camp and Conference Center, and in late May of this year, I actually took over the position of Leadership Development Manager here at Woodlands. So I've spent my summer working in a new job position, kind of getting my feet in the water of what this is going to look like as a career, and it's been a super exciting thing to be able to do. So a little overview of our company, our organization here. Woodlands is a summer camp and retreat facility. We run 12 weeks of summer camp programming throughout the summer. So we run junior camp ages 8 through 11, we run junior high camp for ages 11 through 13, and we run teen camp for ages 13 to 18. Whenever we're not doing summer camp, we're also a retreat center. So we have groups come in from all over the place that actually use our facilities. They rent out our facilities and put on their own retreats, their own camps, and different things like that. So it's a really cool thing that we have an opportunity to do here. Our mission here at Woodlands is to inspire and equip this generation to do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with God. We're a Christian camp organization, and so that's our big driving force behind what it is that we do. Our vision is to provide an unforgettable camp experience where the presence of God drowns out the world and its influence. And those two things have been huge for me to take hold of and to learn as far as my position goes. So what my position actually looks like here at Woodlands, I am in a position called the Leadership Development Manager, and so what that means is that I lead two programs here. I lead a program called SALT, which stands for Service and Leadership Training. SALT is a program for 16 to 18-year-olds, and it takes place throughout the summer, where campers come and they stay for a total of 3 weeks. They have opportunities to serve around camp. They do different things behind the scenes, which teaches them a little bit about service and a lot about leadership. It's definitely an intense discipleship program where they get to learn a lot about their faith, and they also have an opportunity to be able to serve here at Woodlands. And it has kind of turned into a really cool farm system, which ends up turning them into future employees and people who work on our summer staff one day, which is a really cool opportunity. Another program that I'm in charge of, so I'm in charge of SALT, I'm also in charge of our NEXT program. Our NEXT program is a year-long internship for college-age students. They have an opportunity to stay here for the entire year throughout the course of the off season when we're not doing summer camps, and they help set the stage for retreats. They help set the stage for everything that happens outside of summer, which is really fun, and I have an opportunity to lead that program and work on their development as leaders. This summer so far I've done a lot of planning for our SALT program, which has gone incredibly. It's been a really cool summer as far as SALT goes. So I've planned SALT. I've also done recruiting for the next team. So we had a total of 12 people apply for our internship this summer. I was able to do interviews with them. I was able to work through the hiring process, and we actually ended up hiring 6 people for our next team. It's going to take place this off season. Reviewed next team applications and made ultimately final decisions on the next team as a whole. So I had a bunch of really cool takeaways that this summer has taught me. Number one, I learned that the way that I put it is culture is greater than competency. We have an organization where we are very focused on culture. We believe that if we can get a bunch of people united with the same mission and vision, looking towards that same goal, that's going to be a lot better organization than an organization with just a bunch of people who are good at what they do. I've also started to learn that it is a great habit to get into, both as a leader and as someone who just works in an organization, to write everything down. I've learned to take really good notes here in my position, and those help me be proactive rather than reactive in the position that I'm in. I have to do a lot of things over and over again, especially year to year. And so this year I'm taking really good notes and making little notes for next year so that I can be even more prepared next year whenever I start over again. I've also learned to ask good questions. I've seen that asking questions in today's society, it tends to be something that's viewed as a weakness, but I really feel that asking good questions to people who are a little wiser, a little further down the road, is something that has set me up for success here at Woodlands. And then finally, I've learned about resourcefulness. I think resourcefulness is one of the most employable traits that someone can have. resourcefulness is something that I've had to learn myself here over these past few months. I've learned that the internet is not the only way to be resourceful. You can also look to things like books, podcasts, and just asking people who are experts in your field how it is that they do things, and that way you can learn from them too. So I've had a bunch of really awesome takeaways. I've really enjoyed what I've gotten to do this summer, and I can't wait to see what my future career holds.